For the next few videos, we'll be laying some groundwork for the speech, Methods of Barbarism. The speech rails against the British military tactics in the Second Boer War, and it requires we know a little bit about British history, South African history, and a touch about colonialism. To start, we'll get everyone up to speed with probably the briefest British history lesson you'll ever hear. In later videos, we'll cover Cape Colony and the Boer Wars, all in an effort to give you a solid understanding of what the hell the next speech is even talking about. This is Speaking Through the Ages, where we bring back the dead in an attempt to bring out the values, beliefs, and internal struggles of those humans that came before. We give context to and deliver historical speeches that motivated people to kill, riot, make salt, and sign papers. I'm Joseph DeLisle, your novice history fan. To join us, subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Now, on to the UK, the father of the modern era. Arguably. If you think America is the biggest deal in history, then my friend, you are confused. Let's not even mention the length of the Roman Empire, the domination of the Mongols, or India and China, which both have been around like forever. Let's just think about one fact. Basically, all the greatness and all the evils of America can be credited to the British. That's right. I said it. Without the United Kingdom, there would be no United States. Americans are led to believe King George III's tyranny fueled our rebellion in the American Revolution. But we forget he was doing Parliament's bidding. Great Britain had a well-established Parliament and Constitution before America even existed, and the supremacy of Parliament was a concept already rooted in British culture. Hell, they even executed King Charles for tyrannical abuse of power in 1649. This swing of power from monarch to parliament traces all the way back to 1066, when William of Normandy, before making any laws, started a system where he sought advice from barons, who were simply priests and noble rich landowners. This kicked off the feudal system. Fast forward 200 years, King John's barons would use their power and strip his ability to collect taxes, force him to sign a contract to obey 63 laws, and always have an advisory council of 25 men. This contract was called the Magna Carta. Then, in 1265, Simon de Montfort rebelled against King Henry III and won, becoming the de facto ruler of the country. He invited elected representatives, usually made up of lesser nobles or knights, to counsel with the established higher lords or barons. As trade increased, a merchant class emerged, and more elected representatives were added to the fold. By 1313, the king had two councils, the House of Commons and the House of Lords. Over time, as the rights of the people expanded, the Commons would slowly gain power and draw it from the king and the House of Lords. The execution of King Charles for tyranny in 1649 marked the start of Parliament supremacy. And the Glorious Revolution of 1688 marked the start of the House of Commons supremacy over the House of Lords. Who does America have to thank for the rule of law, separate branches, limited government, and the rights of the people? The 700-year history of the United Kingdom and all its political and physical wars. But what exactly is the UK, and what is the connection to the term British? The British Isles are made up of 3 islands: Great Britain, Ireland, and the Isle of Man, which lies between the 2 bigger ones. Throughout history, the main kingdoms, England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland, battled back and forth over different issues. Usually, who would rule whom? They would eventually be united into one kingdom, the United Kingdom, which was officially formed in 1707. Today, it contains England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Southern Ireland would become the Republic of Ireland and would break away from the UK on May 3rd, 1921, under the Government of Ireland Act of 1920. So, to be British is to be someone from the United Kingdom. The capital is London. The major cities include Birmingham, Liverpool, and Manchester in England, Belfast and Londonderry in Northern Ireland, Swansea and Cardiff in Wales, Edinburgh and Glasgow in Scotland. The last of these, Glasgow, Scotland, was the birthplace of our next speaker, Sir Henry Campbell Bannerman. In order to understand the methods of barbarism speech and its significance, we'll need to cover South Africa, British colonialism, and the Boer Wars in upcoming videos. Thanks for exploring the ages with us. Throughout Speaking Through the Ages, we'll encounter different countries, lands, and histories. Just like we did in this video, we'll cover more detail and reveal little by little as each speech requires. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, if you want to help us out, be sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Or leave comments to correct any errors, exaggerations, or perfunctory explanations this novice history fan gets wrong. See you next time, where the dead teach.